It's Wednesday, August 8th. It's Paul Joseph Watson. This is InfoWars Nightly News. Coming up on the show tonight.
Tonight, a gun owner saves a cop's life by shooting a deranged man in early Texas. Then, a federal court upholds the herding of demonstrators into free speech zones. Meanwhile, the Washington's blog reports that Homeland Security coordinated an 18-city police crackdown on Occupy protests. Plus, full spectrum evil, the secrets of global domination. Special report by Alex Jones. And Rob Dew talks to Liz Reitzig of rawmilkfreedomwriters.com. That's up next on the InfoWars Nightly News.
Top story tonight, Parkinson sufferer arrested for not smiling at Olympic men's cycling race. The Spectator seeks an exoneration after he claims he was arrested for not smiling during the 2012 London Olympic men's cycle road race. Mark Worsfold, 54, a martial arts trainer who suffers from Parkinson's disease, wants a letter of exoneration after what he claims was a gross overreaction on the part of Surrey Police. Worsfold explains, "I was sitting minding my own business before I knew anything. The police grabbed me off this 7-foot wall, threw me to the floor and cuffed me. So all I saw the cycle race was between the feet of the people from the pavement." And basically this guy's got Parkinson's disease. His face is expressionless. He can't have an expression on his face. And according to The Guardian, Worsfold says Surrey Police, quote, questioned him about his demeanor and why he had not been seen to be visibly enjoying the event. They arrested him on charges of breach of the peace, saying Worsfold's behavior, quote, caused concern. So there you have it. I mean, you know, we pour ridicule and scorn on Stalinist North Korea for arresting people who don't display the proper level of public grief. You know, in the aftermath of the death of Kim Jong-il, they cart them off to concentration camps if they don't cry correctly. And yet we've got almost the same thing now happening in Britain. This guy who physically cannot smile because he's got Parkinson's disease is sitting watching a cycle race, and the cops arrest him for not visibly enjoying the event. I mean, it was an actual breach of the peace. They said he was actually protesting because he wasn't smiling, you know, like a smiley face slave throughout the event. And it's par for the course because this Olympic Games in London has been used to hijack a sporting event and basically turn it into a huge pageant and worship of the state. And, you know, there's Union Jacks everywhere, there's St. George's Cross flags everywhere because the people have been permitted, they've been authorized by the government to fly them. You know, so long as it's worshipping the state, worshipping the royal family. If you fly those same flags outside of the authorized, permitted time period where the government says it's okay, then you can be branded a racist. There's actual cases in Britain where people have flown the St. George's Cross flag and been ordered by their local councils to take it down because the flag was deemed offensive to minorities. So now it's official. If you don't exhibit the behavior of a slave who's lost the ability to think for himself and hasn't been completely brainwashed in this pageant worship of the state called the Olympic Games, with all its attendant Nazi-like rituals, you know, carrying the flame through the towns and all that, as we've spoken about before. You know, if you don't fawn over people who throw big sticks and jumping into sand pits and ride bicycles, then you will be targeted by the thought police. Man arrested for not smiling during the Olympic Games. Can it get any crazier and more North Korea-like than that?